Well, Coach, all the players in the room just kind of pointing to the start as the reason you guys weren't able to really get in this one. What do you think was keeping you guys from getting off to a good start tonight?
Oh, you know what? They were real fast, and I thought we were kind of trying to move the puck a certain way that doesn't really suit our style of game. They had a good first period, but the game's there, right? Shots are 12-4. And, you know what I mean? It was a 2-1 game that I think if both teams hit their empty nets or the stuff that they missed the net on, maybe we lose, but we lose 8-7. Like, the goalies were really good. But it wasn't like that. It was like lots of broken plays. I didn't like our first. And good for them, right? They like 110, 109. They should have a good first, so they had it. And then I liked some of what we did to kind of get her back on. I never felt we got to the way we look. But even with that, we had our missed opportunities. Right there's the losing coach's line. We had our chances. I didn't like our game. But I like the fact that at least where we were in the first, we got into a much, much better place in the second and third. That's all.
Paul, you definitely woke them up. They scored 11 seconds after the TV timeout there in the second period. What was the message there, and what was your thought on the goalie interference?
I don't know the exact words of the message. I felt that I wasn't mad at them. Understood what they were going through. Just thought they needed some profanity in their life. I brought some. I don't excel a lot of things in life, but fuck me, am I good at that? You see how I did that? Okay. Got a little jump. You know, I just felt that we just are grinding gears a little bit. Because I think we have a handful of things that we're really, really good at. We come to the rink, and that's all we spend our time talking. We're a good hockey team. Everything flows from it. It's the giving tree, and we didn't have our 4 or 5 things as our focus. Right? But listen, good for them. They played hard. They got sticks on pucks. They blocked a bunch. Right? I think we probably close to 20 plus shots blocked. So those are the hard things you got to do to win a game. So they played well. We give them credit for it. They battled hard, and then thought we got it out of first gear. It's not like we're down 3-0 and then we kind of make it 3-2, but you run out of real estate. It's 1-0 after the first. That has actually been good for us, I think. Just couldn't get it one.
I've got a two-parter for you.
Yeah, I bet you do.
So, first, what did you see from Matthew Tkachuk at his line?
I didn't answer your question. See how I did that? I thought that there was just enough of a bump. There's a difference between the clean shot and the rebound shot. Those are two different situations. It was a clean shot, and I thought in the crease, keeping Bob from setting is enough. I also don't mind if I'm wrong taking it between the eyes on something like that, because I still think I need to be involved in the game. It's part of me barking at the timeout. At some point, you need to grab the yoke or the noose, one of the two. That's your job. I don't know if that made sense, but I just felt, fuck it, I'm trying it. If I'm wrong, it's me. Okay, now your two-parter.
Yeah, so, first, what did you see from Matthew Tkachuk and his line tonight? Because it seemed like they weren't able to kind of get the juice going on the forecheck as usual. And then the second part is, what do you need to see from Matthew Tkachuk going forward? Because it seems like outside of Game 3, he kind of has been shut out from the series a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel that way at all. I didn't think their line was great tonight because they would be in some ways an identity line in that we do a handful of things really well. And as long as those are the 4 or 5 things we come to do in the rink, then everything falls into place. I didn't think anything fell into place for them tonight, right? They're falling behind nets. It's just a tough one for them. I don't know. I guess the way I feel about these is outside of a playoff series, everything is very extreme. But the hockey actually isn't. It's made. I'm not blaming you. We need the playoffs to be all jacked up and great, but We lost a 2-1 game where the shots ended up being even. We weren't very good in the first, and after that we were pretty good. We missed some chances, and that's it. That's how I feel about it. That's the best I can do in a 2-parter. Fuck, what do you expect? You're only getting good shit on the first part. The second half, you're on your own.
Just
You can edit all this, right? Just nod at me. So you guys, edit. You can edit
car
all that.
horns.
Okay. NHL.com can.
Yeah. All right. Just was the start similar to Tampa Game 4, where there was different issues tonight than in the closeout situation?
Yeah. I think probably similar. The manifestation would be different. What came of it looks different. I didn't think we got anywhere near it going forward in Tampa. We couldn't get anywhere near it going back. We had pucks that we were icing that we were, it was a bit of a grinder back there. Tough to be a D-man. The end result would be about the same.
Last two, Jordan, Tim.
But if the theory, though, like, think about that idea. Because I like, if you, and I know we're responsible for this as coaches, but if you just play your game, you should win. Except that's not true ever. Right? Like, the other team gets paid too, you battle hard. I didn't think we were great in a couple areas. I thought they were good in a couple areas. And I thought, we get into the third, down one, I liked our team. Like, I like our chances. So, tight game. Are you waiting for one, George? You're not waiting until you get one, right?
No.
We're out today?
I was just saying.
Sweet.
No, I'm good.
Is it a 3-parter? I got a 4-parter for you. Looks like that, mister. You see how I did that?
Coach,
You've had enough of me? Beat the board chairman today. He said my press conferences were too long because we were winning, so we need to stay here and I need to talk about it. You can feel free to, whoever's going to see him next, you can feel free to drop an F-bomb right on his head.
All right.
Okay, we're good.
No, Coach.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, too, Mike.
Yeah, sorry. I was just letting you have your moment. Reinhardt's effort. Reinhardt, the effort from Reinhardt today, the goal, couple shorthanded opportunities, just it seemed like he was buzzing and trying to do what he could.
Just a wonderful blend of all the hard things that the game of hockey demands, and then just some incredible hand skills, and some really showed off both in traffic, right? Not a perimeter player. His hand skills were incredible. But he doesn't cheat the game either, like defensively so good. Not just for the win, but certainly for the win. You'd like one or two of those to go for him, because then you people would have talked about the game that he had more. I understand why you can't. You got to focus on the Bruins. They won 100%. Sam Reinhart did some freakishly good things, like high-end stuff in tonight's game that didn't quite go, so he won't get recognized for it. I think we see that a fair amount.
Last one.
I'm so worried because you're on one right now. But
No, you know what it is? It's energy from a game you lose, and the world wants you to drag your ass in here, and I refuse to do it. Like, I didn't like our game tonight. I'm not lying, but I drink a lot of coffee before the game, so this is what you're getting.
so
And
after
DeBoer pisses me off.
that, understandable. After game one, you said the same thing. I didn't like our game. It was a much different level of I don't like. I would imagine. What jumps off the sheet as things that you have to fix, if anything? And second, kind of to that, since we're keeping with a 2-part theme, you get 2 days this time. I know you, after a loss, probably want to get right back out there tonight if you could, but what does an extra day mean?
It's good
right
for
now to
both
this
teams,
group?
right? They've run at the end of a series now. They'll be really excited about the 2 days off, especially because they get to sit at home. We play a very, very hard game, and it's going to help. We're not the youngest team in some areas, so we'll take that too. Didn't like game one because maybe that's just a personal thing. My job is to prepare the team for what to see, and I didn't like game one because it was so much different than Tampa, but we knew that. This one, I didn't like our start. I understand all of it, why it looked the way it did. Well, the tension that was there. We get into the third period, it's 2-1, I'm taking it. Like, we've got to be better in some areas, but I'll go back to this again. If you think just all you got to do is play your game, and you should win, and if not, it's a major failure, you're going to have a hell of a time winning a playoff round because the other team gets paid too. They were good tonight. They won. Good on them. Right? Coming on the road, game 5, we've been there. Yeah. Right? It's going to be an absolute barn burner in there. There'll be 18,000 cameras on the morning skate just to see if when he sips of the water bottle Brad Marchand takes. It's going to be some high-end investigative journalism. You guys go home and get a nap. You got some shit to do. Couple days, okay.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.